So Final Fantasy 12 The Zodiac Age is called the Zodiac Age because when the game released in Japan on PlayStation 2, it had the Zodiac job system, which our European versions never actually included. So it will do now on PS4, hence Final Fantasy 12 The Zodiac Age.
I mean, we've seen quite a few remasters, haven't we, Holly?
I've seen a few remasters in my time.
We've seen a few remasters. This one, I've got to say, is up there with some of the most beautiful remasters I've seen. I mean, it was always an incredible looking game, Final Fantasy 12. Made by the same team that made Vagrant Story, which is one of my favourite PS1 RPGs.
Vagrant Story I played. I don't know what it was.
And it's still a beautiful looking game now. But this remaster is just fantastic. I don't know whether we can go either into the Lusu mines down there, where we can do some fighting, or we can have a little.
Let's have a little.
We can have a little explore of the city. Of Bejerba.
So I don't know why I never got into 12. I mean, it did come out at the end of the PS2's sort of life cycle. Maybe I was off playing, doing other things, or maybe it's just that point in my life. But I just don't know why I never picked up, really got into 12.
It was a very different shift of tone, story-wise, Final Fantasy 12 from what had come before. Final Fantasy 10 was like the last of those Final Fantasies. It was very character-driven, band of teenagers off to save the world kind of thing. Final Fantasy 12 was a little more heavy, a bit more political.
Because I love 10. 10 is my second favourite Final Fantasy game of all time.
But just look at this place. It's absolutely
gorgeous.
gorgeous.
Is looking fantastic as well.
And I love the races as well. Set in the world of Ivalice.
You're loving this, aren't you?
The same setting for Final Fantasy Tactics.
Really?
Yeah.
See, it feels really scary that I have such a big gap in like my Final Fantasy knowledge, when it's probably the series most dear to my heart.
Quite a few people were in the same boat as you, Holly, that Final Fantasy 12, for whatever reason, they didn't play or didn't quite get into it, and now it's coming out on PS4. It's a great chance, I think, for people to go back to it.
Yeah. It's a great time
and realise that they were wrong if they didn't like it, because this game is amazing. I can't go up there. That's where
that always says you can't go there.
Can't go see the Marquis yet. So this area is about, if my memory serves me, about 2 or 3 hours into the game. So the big thing that happens at the beginning has already happened. No story spoilers if you've not played Final Fantasy 12 yet.
That's because I still really don't know what happens in 12. So for me, it's like I get the gift of like a new Final Fantasy game.
You can also speed up time.
Yeah.
Which you can do in Final Fantasy 7 on PS4 as well.
Yeah. So if any of you are experts.
L1, and if you're safely going through an area, because quite a lot of the good thing about Final Fantasy is a thing I enjoy doing in Final Fantasy is grinding. Grinding and leveling up.
No one enjoys that.
I enjoy it.
You would.
And a cool thing you can do is if you set your gambits up a certain way, if you just want to grind for a few hours, you just press L1 and everything happens in double time. And it's quite funny. Imagine just putting like the Benny Hill theme tune on top of this or something.
No, you're off. It does look. It looks adorable when he runs.
So we've had a little explore of Bejerba. It's probably time now to go and check out the combat in the mines, I think.
I'm really excited to play this now. Like, there's some amazing JRPGs coming out at the moment.
There are.
Not only is 15 around the corner, we know Persona 5 has got a European release date, which is the most exciting thing ever. Tales of Berseria is coming. We've got Final Fantasy 12 as well.
Shop. Oh, it's a gambit shop. I don't think on this demo I have the ability to go into the menu and change my gambits, sadly. But either way, let's go and have a look at some of the combat.
Come on, you show some combat now. Because the combat in 12, even I know, is very different from what came before it.
Yeah.
It's actually, would you say it's a bit more like 11, which was the MMO that it's obviously followed on
I didn't play too much of 11, but it's definitely more skewed towards that MMO style, isn't it, than the traditional turn-based style that had been in Final Fantasy up until this point.
One of the richest veins in Ivalice.
I mean, Valthea, one of the best characters in any Final Fantasy game.
With but few exceptions.
Did you see the Fran play art they released?
No.
Stunning.
I bet it is.
The new Fran figurine has just come out. It's really pretty.
And the cutscenes in Final Fantasy 12 as well, in terms of facial animation, when it came out was absolutely mind-blowing. Like the subtle nuances in facial expression, absolutely superb.
I just remember that leap. Do you remember going from Final Fantasy 9 to 10 and just having your mind blown by that,
Yes.
like that leap,
Yep.
like fully voiced, animated. That was
Oh
everything.
man, look at the judges.
Even like, and I remember
So
these guys from all
good.
the promo images.
You will forgive me for asking, but you are diverting the purest of the Magicite.
That's the
I can
Marcus, I
assure you
believe.
it reaches Lord Vane most discreetly.
The guy whose mana we could not
You wear your
enter.
saddle well.
Be that as it may.
Dialogue as well. It's
I
very
have no
dramatic
intention
and
of being
theatrical.
bridled.
It's very
It's
different.
almost got like a Shakespeare quality
you
to
prefer
it.
the whip?
Very
Stubbornness will see
old-fashioned.
not
I love
only
when you're
your
excited about
agency,
games.
but Brugerba
Good.
as well.
It's such a nice. It's like so nice seeing you
Good.
being like really, really excited about
Yeah,
something.
because most of the time I'm just miserable, aren't I?
Well, you know, 70-80%.
Halim Ondor IV, the Marquis
come
of
on.
Blugerba.
Let me hit
The
something
Marquis
now.
served as mediator at the negotiations of Damascus' surrender. It would appear that he is somewhat less neutral
Harrison's so
now.
cool.
They say he's been helping the resistance.
They say many things.
You're certainly well informed. Who did you say were
What
again?
difference does it make? We have to find Penilla.
Right,
And
it's
Penella
time.
is your-
It's
Gonna
time to
do
start
this.
fighting.
She's a friend. She was
Look how
gonna
cool that
attack
looks.
here.
I know. Out of interest, who here actually played Final Fantasy 12? Show of hands.
It's actually quite
Lots
a lot of
people.
you. That's
And
actually
where
really
does it
impressive.
rank in your league table of
Hands
Final
up if
Fantasies?
it comes in your top
Is
5.
it up? See, not
See?
a
That's
popular
really
choice.
strange.
Yeah. For me, it's definitely up there.
Is it?
I go-
What was your? Because we tweeted about this the other week. What was your top 5?
7, 9, 6, 12, 8. 8, 12.
No 10.
No 10 in my top 5.
Not in your top 5.
No.
Really?
No.
Okay.
I love 12.
I did 8, 10, 14. Lightning Returns. Crisis Core. I went a bit.
Crisis Core. I never
Crisis Core
actually
for
got
me
around
was
to
better than
finishing.
7.
Come on,
Top
Holly.
7? No.
Come on.
Don't like 7.
It's another great thing I like about this. I don't even have to do anything. If you set your gambits up
Yeah, you just-
properly, like it's very, you can though, if you want at any time, kind of go into the menu here, pause the battle, have a look round. You can swap characters, so I can, just doesn't matter who I'm controlling. I could control
That's so
Bash if I
different.
wanted to. I control Balthier, magics and techniques. Just steal something from this stealing. There
It's
goes
so
Balthier.
different from 10.
Whoever's got this set up has got Varn using a magic staff, like a long-range magic setup for Varn at the moment.
No, swords. Always
So
swords.
I would definitely be going in with a sword and
Yeah,
shield.
I play tank
I mean,
on
I
pretty
can
much
just
everything.
use Balthier. Fast mode.
I can't take it seriously when you run.
So how much of 12 do you actually remember, Holly? Do you remember the missed attacks?
I only played the first 4, 5 hours.
Because you have these missed attacks, I don't think we've got any in we do. So if I can actually use it on my next enemy. Well, I've not got enough to chain them together, but what you could do,
Okay.
when you learned like 3 of them, you could chain them together, and if you were good enough at it, you could take down a boss without the boss being able to do anything.
That's
you
amazing.
could chain like 10 or 20 of these missed attacks together and just absolutely annihilate them.
I'm really, I don't remember the battle system that well at all. I remember it being really different, and I think maybe that's what scared me.
It's almost like a management sim in terms of battling. You don't really do the battling. All the battling is done in the gambit system, in the gambit menu. And you can intervene if things are going wrong, change
Yes, you
things
can
up
take it off
if you
them.
need to. But it's like setting out your formation in a football match almost. You set out your tactics.
No wonder you're so good at
And
it.
yeah. And for people who really love a very deep tactical system, I mean, this is quite early on in the game, so we're not seeing anything too complex here. We're just attacking these quite easy to kill zombies
Yeah.
and bats and smacking them with fire. But when you get later on into the game, like say if there's an enemy who's weak against fire, you could set up a gambit where if you encountered an enemy that's weak against fire, you could cast oil on them, which makes them even more susceptible to fire. And then you'd have another gambit that said if any enemy is oiled, use a fire spell.
That's so
so you've
cool.
automatically got this chain reaction of commands that you don't have to do anything because you've already set it up. And it's just so satisfying. Remember, some of these treasure chests are mimics. Hate mimics.
Mimics, treasure chest mimics suck in every game.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm still not over the fast forwarding.
No one is. Right. I mean, this is going to be overkill here.
Oh, massively.
Let's just have a look at this. In fact, I can't even do the move before Bash has killed it. Okay, there's a trap there. I mean, just look at this move.
Got a surprise for you.
So you can chain them
Oh,
together.
this is pure Final Fantasy, isn't it?
I mean, I'm going to completely overkill this now. Balthier, Bash, you can do yours. This tiny little bat has just floated.
This bat is like, what have I done to you? What have I done to you?
Done? And if you do it properly, you can
Just
the
keep
time
going.
the time keeps going down every time you do one. You'll get less and less time to do
Sorry
the
to
next
bring this
one.
back to 8, because I bring everything back to 8. Is that like Zell's limit break on Final Fantasy 8, where it says you can do
Yes.
as much damage as you can before the timer runs
But
out?
Zell has like a time limit for everything. With this, the time resets
Just-
every time you go back in, but you just get less time each time. And I'm having to charge it up now, look.
Okay.
But hypothetically, you could just keep going forever if you're quick enough.
Got a surprise for you.
See, I've not got one. I'm going to have to shuffle that. I can't get another
That's
one in there.
really clever.
But we've chained 6, and later on he will learn more attacks than just Red Spiral, which you learn on the Zodiac grid. And
Cataclysm.
yeah, you'll get a finisher. If you do a certain amount of moves,
Oh my
you do a
God.
finisher as well. Sorry, stealing. 5,000 damage.
And you still
Didn't
just get
think
30 XP.
Yeah, I don't think I needed to do 5,000 damage to that poor thing, but I mean, they just look gorgeous as well, don't they? Those moves look absolutely amazing.
It's just, that's pure Final, like that's what I play Final Fantasy games for. It's just that luxury of when you do these
I'm
kind
going
of
to be Bash
attacks.
for a bit because I want to just hit something with a sword. I'm going to hit that.
Love it. Yeah, I genuinely feel like I'm gonna get another Final Fantasy game. Like I get a new game that I haven't
Yeah.
played yet.
And I think that's going to be the same for quite a lot of people. Either people who didn't play Final Fantasy 12 or did play it, but for some reason didn't
Yeah, just
quite
didn't
feel
finish
it.
it. Because I really can't ever remember why. Does that make sense? There's no point I got to where I was just like, yeah, this is not for me. I just didn't.
And for people like me who did love it, I just get to play it in prettier graphics and with trophies now.
Yeah, you get to play it all again. And I get to call you every day and be like, Rob, I just did this bit.
And for people who, oh sorry, someone's just hit a trap. And if you like really hardcore boss battles as well, you know in Final Fantasy they always have the secret hidden bosses that are uber tough.
The Ultima and the Amiga weapons.
Yeah. Penance in 10. Did you ever beat Penance?
I did beat
Insane.
Penance when I was playing on PS2.
I never beat Penance.
We had the Dark Aeons, didn't
Dark
we?
Aeons
And we
are
had to
difficult
like,
enough.
but you had to HP break and damage break.
I think Penance had about 12 million hit points.
Yeah, something stupid.
In 12, there is a monster called Yasmat, which
Right.
has over 50 million hit points.
That's stupid.
And it takes 2 hours to beat
That's
him.
stupid.
Yeah, it is stupid.
Mind you, nothing can be worse, because that's definitely going to be a trophy, but nothing can be worse than trying to get the 0 time limit on 10 with the Chocobo in the
Don't even
Farmlands.
talk to me about that. Don't even
That's
talk
the
to me
platinum
about
I'm
that.
never going to get. Forget it. Or 200 lightning bolt strikes.
Dodging the thunderbolts on the lightning plates was easier than doing the Chocobo
Oh, the
race.
Chocobo thing was the worst thing I think no.
And the butterfly thing with Kamari in
Oh, the butterflies
Macalania
were
was.
fine, mainly because Macalania had the most beautiful music.
Right, who should I control now? Should we have a bit of... Fran's not with us, unfortunately. We got Lamont
Lamont?
instead. Balthier with his gun.
Balthier just looks like a badass.
He is a badass. He's a sky pirate, which is the coolest sounding job ever.
I thought PlayStation Access was the coolest sounding job. No, it's not.
Sky
it's
pirate.
It's Sky Pirate.
Imagine putting Sky Pirate on LinkedIn.
On your CV?
Yeah. I need to be standing further away.
Yeah, you just want to be like, I'm just going to hit it. Just want to hit it.
I'll ignore them.
Oh, that goes against every Final
Yeah.
Fantasy instinct I have for leveling up. Never ignore the encounters.
So what do you think, Holly? Are you intrigued enough to be... Do you think you're going to give this a proper go
I
this
mean,
time?
literally, ever since the announcement and ever since we played this together at E3, I was
Yeah.
like, I'm 100% on it. I just don't know why. Why didn't I play 12? So I'm excited. More JRPGs is never a bad thing, and I think we're back into like a JRPG revolution again, where like it's just
A new
really
golden
good,
age.
high-profile JRPGs are coming out, and the more they
Absolutely.
push, the more we'll see other things come over,
Yeah.
and I'm totally fine with that.
Right, let's see if we can get through this area now.
Yeah,
Fast mode.
I love this. Is still adorable.
Sorry, guys. Places to be.
We're busy.
I'll go this way.
Okay.
This was the first area I remember in 12 really having to grind.
Really?
It's quite a difficulty spike. I remember first playing this area.
Okay, that's a pro tip. I should
And,
write that down and be like, make
yeah.
sure you don't run out on any
These
random
bridge
encounters.
areas here, because these skull defenders, they respawn quite quickly, and you get comparatively good XP for them. So when you come here, when you play Final Fantasy 12 for the first time,
Okay.
just stay here for an hour or so, grind it a bit,
That's Rob's pro tip. So Rob says grind for an hour.
at least an hour.
At least an hour.
Yeah.
No.
And they're not that easy either. These skull defenders. Look, Lamont's taking a beating.
Just watching it happen.
Yeah.
Come on, Lamont. You're doing well, Rob.
But you can have gambits like as soon as a teammate drops below a certain amount of HP,
The heal.
you will use a potion on them, and you can set how much that is. You can set
I like
it to
that.
like, 'cause you know in Kingdom Hearts, when as soon as someone even takes a hit, Donald
Donald,
and Goofy
Donald.
are like, oh, potion.
You're like, oh
And
great, now I need a
Your high
thanks, Donald.
potions are gone in like seconds. With this, you can set it so that you'll only use a potion if you drop below, say, 10% of
Yeah.
your HP or something like that,
I hate Donald.
which is risky, especially when you're
Well,
fighting
yeah,
bosses.
especially if you take one, if you've got less than 10% HP, you take
Yeah.
one massive wallop.
Then you're
they're
down.
dead. Yeah.
I mean, look, Bothy has used that potion on me there because Varn wasn't doing so good. But yeah, see, these skull defenders pop up quite a lot,
They really do.
and then
But we're gonna head on through.
thanks for the gambits, guys. Thanks for the potions. Don't even have to worry about it. Don't even have to worry. Let's give this guy another quickening because they look nice.
You're just having none of it, are you?
No. Oh, none of my guys are going to get a charge. Oh, Balthier just at the last
So
minute.
close.
So only one there, see?
So it is still random
The
then?
other guys didn't have theirs charged up. You see the little bars underneath
right.
their name?
Okay, so you couldn't select
That's
them.
essentially a limit break bar. And if you've got one person charged up, you can technically still do a long combo, but you have to do like a random shuffle and
Like
a
you were
mischarge,
just doing, and then-
like I
and
was
then
doing.
hopefully they'll
And
come up.
hopefully they'll get one up, yeah.
That's interesting.
Thanks. Nice bit of rare loot there. See the silver
Yeah.
coin that dropped? Yeah, this map is quite considerable, this dungeon.
This actually is a
Quite
massive
considerable
dungeon.
in size. Oh, another nice bit of relic. Also, when you that loot there, I think it's rarer and better as the longer you go on. If you can chain enemies together,
Right.
So, and if you manage to get a decent chain, you will
can
get better loot. Yeah.
That, I like that.
Assassin's Dagger. Just look at this though. I'm just going to slowly pan the camera around. This is like a
Developer slow pan.
A magicite mine. Do you remember magicite?
Yes.
Final Fantasy 6.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a recurring theme in many Final Fantasies.
That's always, you know, when people come to us and they're like, I want to start playing Final Fantasy for the first time, can I just start with 15? And like, you can.
Yes, you can.
But what you miss are all of these, you know. You don't understand what a chocobo is, or when they refer to Moogles, or that there's always a save the
Chocobos
queen,
are pretty easy
or
to
there's always a
understand,
Cid.
I think.
You know, it's all these like things that Final Fantasy fans get.
And I think this little cutscene here marks the end
This
of
is
this
what I
demo
came
build
here
of
to
Final
see.
Fantasy 12. So we'll just have a little look.
What's that?
It's Nethicite, manufactured Nethicite.
This is part of an evil and elaborate plot.
Unlike regular magicite, Nethicite absorbs magical energy. This is the fruit of
But yeah, there we
research
go,
into
Holly.
the manufacture of Nethicite.
There we go. Little look at Final Fantasy 12 for you there.
What do you guys think?
Laboratory.
Are you excited? Because I know not many of you have played 12. Are you excited to play 12 now? That is what we want to hear, yeah?